Hello guys, so these people, this this is Comic Pro. They are complaining about piracy and manga, not manga, comics. But you do realize, and comic piracy is a hot topic this week, and consider wildcard creators because discovery that tens of thousands of people appear to be pirating their comics instead of actually buying them. As the stock and flock could be exceptionally higher people pirating the comic than buying it. However, a small percentage of those readers can be converted to customers by stopping piracy. So the outrage is the biggest problem facing the comic industry today. Of course, they ignore the actual problems that are going on in the comic industry. You're not going to ignore the fact that every comic nowadays is woke and is about orange man bad. It's about this woke agenda. Okay, and the fact that manga is just destroying comics really easily, relatively easily. And foreign comics that from other countries that direct manga as well are also rising as well. But of course, we gotta ignore the fact that people are reading manga and anime instead of reading Captain Marvel part 5 or 6. I can't go on an article because it's just gonna completely go down. So and comic book industry is on the decline. Okay, and they're saying it's because of piracy. Okay, even though piracy has existed for the longest time, okay, as long as physical media and digital media has existed, there's always been people who want to get that stuff without actually having to pay for it, which is called piracy, downloading online. There's pirate, movie sites like 123 movies that do exist, and lots of people do not actually buy movies and just watch movies for free on there, even though it's actually illegal. Okay, but of course, these comic pros they ignore the real facts. They ignore that manga sales. Okay, you know, manga's not struggling, okay? Anime is not struggling, okay? And oh, I spelled manga wrong again. That manga sales have be manga sales. Takata's review staggering manga sales for 2019. And then we have One Piece manga reaches record high milestone. And of course, comic book and manga sales do change from book to book, okay? But Attack on Titan is a series that is declining. But One Piece is at a whole time high, and several other series, okay, are becoming more and more popular. Manga because, you know, Demon Slayer boosted manga, and, manga, and those manga is destroying comics, okay. And that's and manga, even then, Attack on Titan manga is still just destroying Captain Marvel one part 15. And then there's also similar media like manga and comics from other countries that are also increasing in popularity. It's not just manga and anime. There's Chinese versions of manga. There's Korean versions, no, Korean comics. I'm gonna say comics, okay? Chinese comics. There's also comics from Southeast Asia, Philippines, Singapore, and those countries are also increasing as well. Okay, comics from other countries that are not based out of LA. Okay, because you get comic sales, they have been declining for the longest time. They have been declining for the longest time. And of course, we have the mainstream media saying it's because of that piracy is the main reason why the comic book industry is dying. Okay, and it's or they can say it's because of digital media. The same scapegoats they always use. They can't accept the fact that the woke stuff is goddamn failing, and people just don't want to buy Captain Marvel Part 19 and Captain Marvel get rebooted next year. The 16th millionth reboot of Captain Marvel, the 18th reboot of Miss Marvel, the 16th millionth reboot of Spider-Geddon, Spider-Man and Spider-Verse, the woke version from the comic book industry, okay, not the actual movie, the woke comic book version, the woke X-Men that doesn't sell, and even DC is trying to turn woke as well. Okay, these people just don't understand that in order to make a good comic book, okay, you have to make it that it's actually enjoyable and not all about politics. Okay, and I think DC should look at the comic scene, look at the success of Joker, and see, hey, this movie grossed $1 billion. Joker didn't need a comic. It's really not really changed the origin of Joker, and they change, and of course, movies do not need the comics to be the exact source. Like with Joker, they can make their own stories, or the Marvel Cinematic Universe now is making their own stories instead of basing it exactly off of the comics, which is what they were basically for the first, like how Infinity Wars. If you have read the book, the Infinity Gauntlet, I think it's one of the two. There's two Thanos books. One with Infinity Wars based off called the Infinity Gauntlet, where Thanos collects the Infinity Stones. At the very end, he does the snap, and basically the book following, not book, comic following that is of them trying to start the reverse the snap. Well, if you have read that comic, you basically know what already happened. Which I've read that comic, the Thanos comic, and of course the Endgame, and even then, Endgame and the Infinity Gauntlet comics still were different. They were not the Celestials that went to go stop Thanos as well. Okay, they changed Thanos' character in the comics. So these mainstream media are of course blaming it on piracy because they can't deny. Because of course they're gonna tell you, oh my God, you know, people are not buying our books and manga, no comics anymore. People are buying some other things instead. Okay, it's the same thing with movies. They're gonna say, "Oh my God, streaming is killing physical media and killing movies, theaters." Okay, when we release crap like Booksmart and Hustlers, no wonder no one's gonna buy it. No one's gonna buy Booksmart and Hustlers for $20. No one's gonna buy Man Back International for $20. No one's gonna buy X-Men Dark Phoenix for $20. I doubt no one's gonna buy, you know, what were those two movies? Charlie's Angels and Dark Fate, and for $20. I can see Knives Out actually selling, but Tony Dark Fate but Knives Out I have heard is not also work like Tony Dark Fate and Charlie's Angels, and is kind of like how the Disney movies in terms of wokeness, okay, and you know, people are sick of this ultra woke bullcrap being forced upon them. So they'll of course, they'll of course, the media's ignoring the real problems of comics, and of course, people are sick of the obsessive over making everything quote unquote diverse, making everything woke, and making everything about feminism. Okay, you know, making characters like Miss Marvel, not be such boring characters, and the most important part of the fact that Miss Marvel, for example, Miss Marvel, the most important part of Miss Marvel is her religion. Yeah, you gotta be kidding me, okay? For example, how you can make good, people, characters of other origins, okay, other, countries. For example, Miles Morales, that he actually has a character. He's not just some character. Oh my God, I'm a minority. I'm so great. I'm such a great character. Or I'm a woman. I'm so great and so powerful, like Captain Marvel. Okay, you're actually gay. And look at the reception of Spider-Man to the Spider-Verse. Okay, you can't make characters. You know, and that's the problem with these comics. Okay, look at Spider Verse, the movie compared to the comics. Okay, the comics are ultra woke, but the movie isn't ultra woke, and you have people actually like the movie. But I thought people were racist. Okay, I thought oh my God, I thought this movie, and I actually was predicting, because oh my God, it could be another, or it could be another, before the movie came out, just before the movie came out. I thought it could have been, cool, but Spider-Man, Spider-Verse, they never attacked. No one ever attacked this movie for having a black protagonist. No one ever did. except for like a very, 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 like a 1% of people actually do not want to hate this movie because the main character is a person of color. So, and he actually gave people a good story, and people don't really care about the race of the character. The only people who do care are the 1%. Okay, the 1% of audience who actually do care about the race of the character do not buy comics or movies. Okay, the SJWs as well. Okay, but the actual people who look for which kinds of minorities are in the movie, and go to checklists, okay? They go through the checklists, and then movies like Joker, okay, didn't need diversity to be good. Spider-Man: The Spider-Verse, a movie that has a lot of diversity. There's if you look at it for what was this Pixar, there's this Pixar, yeah, it's a pretty diverse cast here. Nobody complained. Nobody's saying, "Oh my God, tank the movie because it has a diverse cast." I think nobody really cares if the movie has a diverse cast or not. It's the way they go about it. Okay, we compare this movie to, let's just say, Ghostbusters 2016. Okay, or Dark Fate. It's basically night and day between the actual fan reception of the movie to the actual critical reception of the movie. So you can clearly make a movie with or look at Jumanji as well. Jumanji's another example, okay? You know, Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, the newest one, where you have, one of the characters is The Rock, and some of the other characters are, different people, different characters in the game, Jumanji. Or you can have, characters from, but then, the thing is, you don't have, and, that's the thing. Most normal people, as proven as from movies like Spider-Verse, most normal people do not care about race and politics in the movies, and would actually want no politics in the movies, and was actually watching a political documentary. Nobody wants to have, for example, Spider-Man: The Spider-Verse was about, orange man bad politics like in the comics, okay? Or feminism, or all this stuff that nobody wants in the movies, okay? As proven by Charlie's Angels flop, Fahrenheit 9/11 flop, okay? You know, and various other movies bombing because nobody wants to hear about characters talking about the political beliefs, okay? You know, it's different in like a movie like but there are a few exceptions like Black Panther where the movie is about the political system of Wakanda, but they never really go about but it's about the role of the king of Wakanda. It's never about oh my God, it's about American politics. So it's about Wakandan politics. A similar story of several other movies slash games, or it's about or Star Wars. Well, there are politics in Star Wars, but the politics of the galaxy, of the Galactic Republic slash Empire. It's not really the politics of Republican or Democrats. And then that's the thing. It's about the politics of the Galactic Republic, and they don't really go into the politics that much as well in Star Wars, the prequels. Okay, they show the Galactic Senate. And they show that some people can abuse powers like like Palpatine, become dictators, but so basically, these, SCWs, they're just completely dumb, okay? They're blaming comic books on, piracy. The decline of comic books, because they run out of excuses, when you make something ultra woke and it doesn't work, it just, it just fails. No one's gonna watch it and it's gonna lose money. Let's look at the last two examples, okay? You make Sally's Angels and not Dark Phoenix, Dark Fate ultra woke, and no one watched them, okay? And and of course, diversity in movies can work. I have an example pulled up right here, Spider-Man: The Spider-Verse, and there's probably various more examples. There's Endgame, where it has a cast from various countries, okay, from various countries as well. Not really Endgame, Infinity War, from various planets as well, alien races, but no, 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 no. And of course, now they want to remove all the actual good characters from Endgame. Okay, that's to fit a political narrative. Okay, and that's to fit a narrative. That's to fit an agenda. And you can clearly see what the path the MCU is taking than what Sony took of Spider-Verse. These characters were introduced with backgrounds. Okay, look at the difference between for example, Miles Morales from Spider-Verse. Okay, They actually made him an actual believable character compared to, Charlie's Angels, okay? For example, okay? I can make this into an entirely different video, okay? How woke characters versus not woke characters, and completely destroy these idiots' narratives of, these SCW narratives they go on over. So they ignore the fact that, people are buying that manga, and the fact that most comics nowadays are also woke. If you look at, Yellow Flat's reviews of comics, they're mostly woke now. They're not really meant to tell stories anymore. And that's basically it. Goodbye.